Where's the guy? I'll show you where the guy is. Oh, I can't do this. All right, I'm gonna get feedback unless I move this. Or I switch it to Bluetooth headphones. All right. I'm gonna move my speaker out. All right. Here we are. We've got the MagLoop DIY put together from Chameleon. And for those who may not know, we'll pull this up. Whoops, that's not it. Right over, it's page 4. All right, let me bring this down. So this is the kit I've had for a while. This is the Chameleon CHA F-Loop 3.0 DIY kit. And they only have these limited time now and again, but you basically put it together. It comes with all the parts. And I have that video posted. Funny thing is, I thought I was going into it with a USB soldering gun to solder things, but they've got it all terminated, all the wires and things, no soldering needed. So it was easier than I thought. I tried not to cheat. I tried to figure out where everything goes and where everything connects. I did for the most part, minus one error of missing 2 brackets that were under some stuff. And so I thought I had to step bit drill open bigger holes for the 259 connectors, but I did not. Hey, Andy, welcome. Thanks for joining me. Just going over this Chameleon kit. What it is, it comes with this nice case, and this is the unit completely built. And then you'll attach 2 coax, or 1 coax and a circular motion, and you can tune it with the front knob. So that's what I have. And I've got it set up I've got a video that I did yesterday on building it, putting it together. I did a short last night of just showing it completely put together. It's 20 seconds. And then I need to upload the SWR. I have to upload the SWR part 2, which I should upload while I'm doing this. But part 2 is testing it, the SWR on the various bands and tuning it. So that is the Chameleon. And so what I did was I've got it set to 20 meters. We'll go to SWR, and as you can see, I don't think that focuses automatically, I guess. There it is on 20 meters, 1.47. Okay. And I did notice, I went out there, connected the coax, tuned it, and then connected a different coax and set it up. And just that little wiggling put it at like 2 point something. So I connected a leader, like a jumper cable, tested it, and then barrel connected that to my main coax, and it stayed the same. But 1.47, let me connect this to the radio and switch to antenna 2, and it should be tuned. Let me go to. So what I've discovered was, oh wait, did I? Oh, I got it on the wrong one. No, it says antenna 2. Antenna 2. And let's make sure we're on the right 14. Okay, let's see if that's bringing anything in. There we go. So on the other video, I'll upload it here as I do this. It shows, of course, on a MagLoop antenna, it's a very, very narrow bandwidth. So what I've used the Alpha MagLoop before. This is the first time using the Chameleon MagLoop. The bandwidth is very narrow. And so what I think the mag loop is better for, other than just listening, is to find a spot on the band that you're using and just call CQ, whether it's CW or voice, or do a digital mode like FT8. So that's why I'm testing FT8 first. I can just sit here, and I'm not sure why. Oh, whoops, I don't want to enable. Why isn't it decoding any of that? Oh, don't tell me. I plug in all the audio things and WSJTX. No, that's fine. Radio's fine. Actually, you know what? Because it's running through a tuner, which it doesn't need to be, but that's just how it's set up here. Let me go ahead and tune it at the radio, and let's see if that changes. I'm not sure why I'm not receiving anything here. And we'll bump it back up to 50 watts. I probably should look and see what it is. Hey, Greg, how are you? Yeah, Andy's everywhere. Good to see you, Greg. I'm just going to double check here. I'm wondering why it's not. Why isn't it decoding? Did I mess something up? Mic, data packets, colors, advanced. I'm not on special ops or field anymore. Usually when it's not decoding, it's an audio thing, but I see it right there. So let's, yeah, it's decoding on here too. So I'm not sure what's, well, I don't need noise reduction on. Transmit, receive. Not sure why it's not decoding. That's usually a sound thing, right? It's on the right codec. Worst case, I'll restart it. I'm looking real quick. I should look at the manual, I guess, but I think it's easier for me to look online. Make sure I don't go over its power handling capabilities. I want to say it's 50 watts. All right. So this. Wait. That's the one with the metal. That's not the one I want. Okay, basic kit. And let's not do that. Might have to lower it. Let's see what the. Oh, okay, 10 watts digital. So this is going to be QRP, boys. Good thing I looked. 10 watts digital. And okay. We're still not getting anything. Why is that? Why is it showing here but not here? It's monitoring. It's receiving. It's decoding. Well, worst case scenario, let's try restarting the software. And that requires looking up here. We're going to run that as administrator. And we're going to run this as administrator. Let's try it again. Let's try it without JT alert. All right, we got everything up and running, I think. All right, boys, why isn't it working? I was using this earlier in the week. It's on antenna 2. It's receiving. Radio, test cat. Push to talk, that's all working. Packet, none, cat. Audio is 101. All right, let me switch it to antenna 1. Maybe there's something going on here. All right. Let's try it again. Decode. Huh, what's going on? What's the matter, boys? Tell me what's going on here. Mic. Monitor off, no. Returns last frequency, okay. I haven't changed any of this, and I was just using this yesterday. Reporting is right, frequencies, colors, and I'm not on test mode. What's going on? Is it an audio codec thing? If I have to, I guess I'll switch and test voice first. 65 disabled enhancements. Recording. I mean, there's sound right there. I don't need to listen to it. I guess I could. Levels advanced. Okay. Well, guys, I'm not sure why it's not decoding. This makes absolutely no sense. See all this up in the waterfall, but nothing showing in the screen. Yeah. And I literally was just using this. Let's see. On main. Actually, let's try. Was it still set to rear data? Let me go back to regular USB. Let's try that. I mean, everything else is set right. This makes absolutely no sense to me. Tune menus. It's tuned. Decode. Monitor. I don't know, man. I've never seen this. It's showing everything right here. Thoughts? Gotta keep looking around the camera for some reason. I got that text way over there. Let me move this a little bit. The decode, normal, FT8, waterfall, default configurations. I was just using this. Let's see. That switches me to data U. And you can hear it right there. There it is. We see it. So what's going on? Well, this isn't how I wanted to do this. This isn't testing the antenna. Cat, rear, USB, test cat. That's set. I don't know, guys. This may bust this live stream, or I'll find a quiet frequency and switch to QRP voice, I guess. See how we do on that. Most sensitive? No. Auto grid. Is there a setting you guys see here that I'm missing? Single decode? What's this? Whoops, I don't think I saved that. Yeah, I did. I don't know. I have no idea why that's not working. Let's try this again one more time. Whoops, I'm not sure why I did that. Let's close that. Close that. We're gonna disconnect. Let's just shut it down. I'm gonna run it again. We got HRD running as RTS COM3 3840. And I'm just going to do WSJTX this time, no grid tracker. I do need to have my logbook up though. Nothing. All right, well. All right, let me try that. Give me 1 second here. Thanks for joining me, Simon. Good to see you. Sorry, I didn't see you pop up there. Well, if I have to, I'll even reboot the computer, I guess, and just pick back right up here on StreamYard. Retry. Okay, okay. Sorry, I hope I didn't miss you, Simon. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Simon. Good to see you. Well, it's supposed to be automatic, but that's might as well try it. I may have to reboot and pick this up. Maybe it's something with the computer. Let's see. I don't see anything there. All right. I don't know if this will disconnect me or not, but oh me. I'm not as let me add this to stage. All right. Well, guys, I don't know if this is going to cut me off or not, but I'm going to reboot the computer. Maybe there's some audio mix-up, and I will jump back in the StreamYard here and start the live back up. So hopefully see you in a little bit. I'm going to keep my phone connected, and let's hope it maintains the live stream. All right, so I won't leave that. Let's remove that, and we'll just go here. So we'll see. Let me pull up the chat. And it's, I didn't shut anything down, so it might take a second. But let me see. Let's see how it goes. It should pop up pretty quick. It may be in need of a reboot, maybe. Who knows? You know how audio drivers are. Let's close that. And then we'll go there. Back up. Let's see if I can get back up and running here on ham alerts. Yeah, everything's popping back up because I've had it shut down. Let's run WSJTX and hope that this works. Enter Studio and OBS. It's working. Look at that. Let me just get my OBS up and running again. And okay, we're working. We're back. Let me get rid of that and bring in very blurry. All right, let's try this again. Unmute. I'll mute this. I'm unmuted, but I think still no audio. Are you still not hearing me? Let's see. Audio test, test. It's showing that it's working. All right. I would check on my phone. You know what I can do? I may have lost everybody here. Let's try YouTube. And okay. Let's see if we can hear it ourselves. Yep. Okay. We're working. So we're going to call that good. Thanks, Andy. Okay. Let's get back to the show at hand. And let's see how our 10 watts will do. Wow, look, that's much better too. Let's find a clear one. I'm going to call CQ and we'll see how we're getting out. QRP. I wonder if I should put QRP in here. Not ARP, although I do qualify for AARP. Okay, we've got that. Let's make sure we're 10 watts, SSB. All right. And it looks good. So let's enable it. On the even, obviously receive is very well. Here we go. Okay. SWR, 10 watts, barely moving over 1, so it must be right on. And we'll pull up QRP, PSK as well, and we'll see where we're hitting with 10 watts. I don't normally do QRP, so it'll be interesting. Let's see how we're doing here on here. I think I can show this on grid tracker, grid square, but I haven't figured that out. So there's what we got so far. See if we can get somebody in with the QRP. I didn't even know it was QRP on digital, but that's what it claims. So I know that the alpha so here's the alpha one, alpha antenna, and it shows SSB 100 watts, CW 50 watts, digital 25 watts, and SSB with the mic gain adjusted to not peak meter is 100 watts across the board. So yeah, the alpha antenna allows 25 watts digital and up to 100 watts voice. That's why I bought it, I think, initially. This one I bought mostly just because it was a DIY. I wanted to put it together. So QRP, we're getting out, but not getting anything back yet. I could always turn it, but it seems like that affects the bandwidth. There we go. There we go. Okay. New York. All right. All right. Let's zoom in a little bit. Probably not going to get too far out with 10 watts. I don't think I'm going to reach England. Andy, if you're still on, do you, I see you in all the chats and streams. Do you operate much? And if you do, what modes do you use? What do you like to do with ham radio? I just see you always online supporting all the streamers and YouTubers. Okay, so he's not. I know there is a null, so you've got the ring. Let's say you've got the mag loop, right? You've got the loop. I know there is a null through this way, so like a donut. So there is a null there. Right now I'm faced directly north-south, so the null is north-south. So right now I think it's hitting a lot of east-west. You only do voice. Well, I do want to try voice on this, but not sure it'll reach you. But on FT8 with the alpha, with the mag loop, out of a hotel window, I've done FT8 from Japan to a fellow club member. He's got a big Yagi up in the air. So he was in Texas. I've reached Florida. I've reached Alaska, all over Europe, of course, from Japan. So this guy's seeing me -6. That's not bad. And I can bring this down to 10 watts. Let's just put a, where's the comment? Oh, comments here. I'll just put CHA F-Loop. I like to keep track of what I'm using here. Oh, did he not get my... That's one thing I don't understand. When I get it, the band kind of could go up and down, but he's hearing me 2 in a row, -6, which is good for FT8. And yet he's not coming back. So I don't know if that's a software thing or someone's stepping on. I don't know. I don't get that part. Well, I logged him. If I see him again, I'll click on him and see if we can get him again. Let's try someone else. Let's try Cuba. I see this guy quite a bit. That's why I knew immediately he was Cuba. Let's see if we can get out to Cuba. He changed his QSL card, though. That's a different card. So my null is due north and south. So I would assume due east and west is probably my best for sending. Perhaps not receiving, though. We'll give him 3 tries, and we'll try somebody else. There's a Canada station. Try one of Canada stations, maybe. I suppose if you're doing QRP like a POTA or something, it would work great. True. It's made for low power. But I'll be honest, Andy, there have been times when I had a guy in Africa and I didn't have Africa. I bumped it up to 80 watts to get that Africa. I think it was 80 watts. And I was able to get him when I wasn't able to get him at a lower power. I think I've only gotten 3 maybe in Africa. So yeah, ideally, I would say probably 20 watts or less. But usually when I'm running FT8, I have it at 49 watts. But I'm running my Hustler antenna, which is full power. All right, we're not getting him, so we're going to try another one. And I don't have I need a cooler call sign because sometimes I'll be calling CQ and I'll have like a ton of reception, people receiving me, right? And nobody's calling me back. And that's frustrating. All right, let's try Let's try a 6 station. See if we can hit California. Usually I hit California pretty good. You know, I don't remember if you've gotten on the FT8 poker or not, Andy, but that's a fun game. And I tried the difference because they say you get better cards. Well, a higher chance of better cards if you use low power on that game. But I tried 299 and I tried 10 watts, and I was getting actually got a couple better cards with the higher power. So I don't know if that algorithm is set right. But yeah, I don't know. Ideally, I'm not a big QRP person. Sometimes I find it frustrating. I know if I had a resonant end fed or dipole, I probably would have much more success with QRP. But as you can see here. But what I'll do is, what was the voice? Was it 50 watts? I should just look here. So this DIY kit did not come with instructions. It comes with a manual, and kind of tells you how to set up the antenna once it's put together. But talks about the MUF, the maximum usable frequency. It talks about skywave, NVIS. Shows all the parts of the tripod. Kind of a weird manual. Explains each part. Doesn't really tell you how to put it together, which, you know, was fine. Maybe other people know how to put these things together easier. 60 watts. SSB. Oh wait, this says 20. Oh no, that's the other. That's the plus, because it's metal, not coax. It handles higher power. Doesn't look like we're gonna get this guy either. Yeah, this was 10 watts, and I don't know why it doesn't show it in the manual. Unless I'm just missing it somewhere. It's talking about NVIS, the 11-year solar cycle. All right, I have to look on the thing. We're not getting that guy either. So let's change that and try a 9 call. Okay. The basic. So for this basic one, that the loop is coax, not aluminum, it is 25 watt SSB, 10 watt CW and digital. So I can do 25 watt voice. And since I'm usually making contacts with with my loop on digital, I'll try voice. Let's see if we can get out. Let's try a 7 call. And what I'm going to do is put together the previous couple of videos to condense it to help people put together their DIY mag loop. I'll post that later. There was a couple things. One thing, I missed 2 brackets because they were hidden under something. And I drilled a hole bigger that I didn't have to. The brackets made up for it. But live and learn. Let's see how we're doing here. So I'm really not getting anywhere outside of the US. So let's just zoom in on this. I mean, as far as, you know, US and into Canada, it's fine for that at 10 watts so far. And then what I'll do is I'll switch over to my Hustler, find a band or a frequency that's not being used, and then I'll tune the mag loop and then come back in and try some voice. I'll just call CQ for a bit. Yeah, I just don't know why people don't. Looks like they stopped calling me on the other one, so I'm gonna call CQ after this. We'll just call CQ a couple more times and see how it is. It would be interesting to test higher power, but since it's made for this for 10 watts, that's what we're gonna do. And then what I'll do is I'll take this, I'll take my meter out. Actually, I could switch over to antenna 2 right here. And I can find a clear frequency and then go out and tune it. Yeah, I want to learn CW this year as well. I think, honestly, once I learn CW, I think I'll have more fun with CW. The main thing I like about FT8, other than being able to use it when voice isn't really working too well, is that I can do like I can do something else, work on something while I watch for call signs that I want or grid squares that I want, and it makes it easy in that sense. I was hoping the QRP would get some people over here. Hey, Dan, welcome. So far, well, I had some problems the first 20 minutes or so. Had to reboot the computer, but so far I've only made the one QSO on FT8. It is QRP, so we're running at 10 watts. 10 watts there. I posted the build video yesterday and a 20-something second short showing the whole thing assembled. And then I'll be uploading the SWR showing how to tune it. And then this is the final part 3. Yeah, the other one is the Chameleon CHA F-Loop Assembly Part 1. And then the next one is Part 2, the SWR check. And I should upload that here today. Oh, look, isn't that Greg right there? Let's see if we can get Greg on QRP. There he is. See, he's fun stream to watch. Let's see if we can get him. Video edits. Sometimes you hear that the tone gets a little louder, a certain pitch, and it sounds like it's on. I mean, this sounds like he might be replying. It could be just because I'm on his frequency, but and my null is north-south, so I should be at max. My sending should be at max towards him. I should pull up his live stream. That's what I could do. He's probably live streaming. He usually does. Maybe not. Oh, okay. I guess he's not live streaming. Come on, Greg. See, I'd really like to pump up power even to 20 or 40 just to see the difference. But unfortunately, this one does not do that. You need anything? Are you recording? Mm-hmm. Not very successful antenna so far, to be honest. I'm just not reaching Greg. I guess what I could do now is I could switch to the Hustler and see if I can get him 10 watts with the Hustler. That would be an interesting test. Let's try that. Let's halt that. And go to antenna 2. And we stay at 10 watts. Man, that notice the noise on that. Here, look at the noise on the mag loop. So there's the mag loop. And then let me switch to the Hustler. Look at that noise difference. That's crazy. Let's see. We'll stay at 10 watts. Let's see if we can get him with a Hustler. At 10 watts. Should be tuned. It's tuned on. Oh, did he stop transmitting? No. Huh. That would have been a good test. Well, he may have stopped transmitting, darn it. Or maybe he's on a different band. He could have been on another band. I wish he was live streaming. So that's a good thing. Let's do that. Let's halt this. Here's a good idea. So, well, shoot. I got all those zeros. So minus all those zeros. I should have thought of it beforehand. So you can see 10 watts on the Hustler is reaching out here. Okay. But it looks like, a couple other spots, but basically the same range, right? So see, you've got 7 minutes ago here. So there's the mag loop. Here's the Hustler. Mag loop, Hustler, mag loop, mag loop, mag loop, Hustler. So it's hitting about the same, except it did get a little further this direction. So now what I want to try is, let's just call some CQ. And let me find a clear one maybe here. And let's call some CQ and see if the hustler gets any further out. There's a couple POTAs. We'll do 10 watts and we'll see if it gets any further out than the mag loop. I would guess of any difference would be I might reach some more north and south of me, maybe into Mexico or southern Texas even, just because the null on that mag loop is north-south right now. Crazy on the noise difference though, isn't it? So we'll run this. Let's bring this down to 15 minutes. And all I want to see is if there's any newer numbers kind of out of the area that's this normal area, or perhaps even further, who knows? And we'll see what that does. I could try to just get these POTAs and see, because people still report if they see me. Let's try to get one of these POTAs. Where'd they go? I missed them. There's one right here. POTA, POTA, POTA. There's a QRP. I'll get one more, see if... Oh, come on. Where'd those POTAs go? We'll watch one more. Should be a finished QSO. Okay, that's weird. All the POTAs disappeared. We'll go back to doing this. It does seem like a few new ones popped up in the middle here. Maybe just some kind of a skip being a vertical versus the mag loop. The alternative too is to set the mag loop horizontal, flat, which is how I do it outside the window in my hotel. We'll see if we can get him. So we'll do this for about another 10 minutes, 5-6 minutes, and that should get rid of the older ones, all the mag loops on here. Kentucky, not too far. You'd think I could get Kentucky with 10 watts. Maybe after this QSO he's making. We'll get one more QSO and then I'll go out. I'll change the frequency. We'll get on SSB and see if I can get out. There we go. A POTA. I'll try to get the other POTA then. So Kentucky coming in nice. He's hearing me low, but getting in there, -19. And I think the next antenna I'll test is the alpha hex antenna. I've been meaning to test that one for a while. Yeah, see this? Makes me wonder if I need to force it with the Roger 73. There we go. Got him on 10. That's the hustler though, remember. 10 watts, okay. And all right, so let's see. Let's update this. So it's getting a little further this direction, but not really anywhere else than the mag loop. Because this one underneath is mag loop, this is hustler. So it's hitting the same basic stations. So let's get back off the mag loop. And let's try to get that other POTA station. It was an N1, N something, was it? No, that was the one I just got. It was... Give him a second here. So as far as range, 10 watts, it's not seeing any worse range. The hustler might be hitting a few more in that mid-range area, but that's hard to tell. I just know that its range is, it's hitting basically the same areas, except the hustler reached up a little bit further down here. Oh, where'd that other... I always like to try to get the POTAs. And there he is. Let's see if we can get him at Wisconsin. And then we'll find a frequency that's clear and we'll try some voice. He may not be hearing me. That's the POTA. Thought there was a way to look at it. Is there no? Oh, Max State Wildlife Area. Okay. Romania's got a POTA activated. Now this one may have be a little bit into the null, if I understand it correctly, through the donut hole. We'll see if there's another POTA. I thought this call sign didn't sound familiar, so he just finished a QSO. Let's see if he gets us next. If not, there was another POTA, I thought. Okay, he's got us, -12. That's even better than the last one. Very good. 2 more POTAs. So it does get out. It is a 10 watt limitation on digital and CW. I've pushed other antennas a little higher on FT8 just because it's a 13-second transmission instead of like a long PSK or RIDI transmission. All right, we got him. And let's put here, it's the F-Loop. Floop. It's the Floop. Okay. Finish that up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to the Hustler. I'm going to go up to 25 watts. We're going to try to find a frequency that is not being used. Man, that is a noisy. Let's hear the sound. That's the mag loop. Hustler. Hustler's getting more noise, but it's the voice is a little higher too. Let's see what the other guy hits at. Okay, so 7. This guy's bumping over 9 on the mag loop. He's not moving the needle, so let's find an empty frequency here. Okay, we're at 269 right now. So let me set this to 14,269. All right, so we got that set to 14,269. Focus in. Okay. Wow, that just doesn't want to focus at all. Put it on my face. All right, so you can't see that. All right, it's 14,269. Sounds quiet. Let's get rid of all these. And let's just bring this up. All right. Except I need to be on top. There we go. This needs to be here. And fade. All right. I'm going to grab the camera. We're going to go out and tune it. It would help if I added it to the scene. All right. Oh, it's got the amp on. That's one reason it's noisier. It sounded like I could hear someone there. Okay, we got that. I'm going to change it to 14,272. All right.
We got.
All right. So we should be tuned. It shows 1.3 on the meter. And let's get this one out. All right. This is K5VOP. Is this frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? This is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. We're at max power. This is K5VOP. K5VOP is the frequency in use. Is the frequency in use? And I can't remember what my mic gain is or any of that. CQ, this is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. CQ, testing an antenna. Calling CQ, this is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. CQ, and standing by. I've never made a 25-watt voice contact. CQ, this is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. CQ, this is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. Calling CQ, testing a mag loop. CQ, this is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. CQ and standing by. CQ, this is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. Calling CQ. This is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. CQ and standing by. It's not very quiet today, I'll give it that. 20 meters. CQ, this is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. Calling CQ. This is K5VOP, Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. Calling CQ and listening. Wait a minute, you know what? Oh, I got it backwards. Well, we weren't getting anybody on the Hustler. Let's see if we can get anyone on the actual mag loop that we're supposed to be testing today. CQ, this is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. Calling CQ 20 meters, testing a mag loop antenna. This is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. CQ and standing by. CQ, this is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. Calling CQ testing a mag loop antenna. CQ, anyone out there? Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. CQ. CQ, this is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. Calling CQ. This is K5VOP, testing a mag loop antenna. Calling CQ, and listening. I talk as long as I can so that people might see me on a meter and skip over to me. CQ, this is K5VOP, Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. Calling CQ, Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. Calling CQ and listening. I wonder if I need my gain up too, because I'm not really Might have heard someone just there. Might have been somebody, but too much in the noise. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa calling CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ. This is K5 VOP calling CQ, CQ. Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa calling CQ and listening. So looking at my power meter on there, it's not even getting close to 25 watts. On my MFJ 880 power meter, SWR meter, it looks like it's closer to the 25 watts. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa calling CQ, CQ. This is K5 VOP calling CQ, CQ 20 meters, CQ, CQ. Anyone out there calling CQ, CQ? This is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. I think when I activate a POTA, I'm going to use this as a QRP and see how it does. I think POTA will garner more comebacks. CQ, 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 Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa calling CQ, CQ, CQ and listening. Station calling, please come again. I caught just a portion of that. It's kind of in the noise. This is K5 VOP calling again CQ. I thought I heard someone coming back. Was that someone coming back? This is K5 VOP calling CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ calling CQ. Anyone out there? This is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa calling CQ, CQ. Oh, I just realized. CQ, CQ calling CQ. This is K5 VLP, Kilo 5 Victor, Oscar Papa calling CQ, CQ. CQ and listening on a mag loop, 25 watts. Let me try something. There's somebody. Okay, I thought I heard somebody out there. This is K5 VOP. Couldn't quite get you out of the noise. This is K5 VOP calling CQ. If anyone hears, please come back. I'm testing a mag loop at 25 watts. Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. CQ calling CQ. This is K5 VOP calling CQ, CQ, CQ. This is K5 VOP calling CQ on 20 meters, testing a mag loop antenna at 25 watts. This is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa calling CQ and listening. This is K5 VOP calling CQ and listening CQ, 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 Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. Calling CQ and listening for a comeback, testing a mag loop antenna at 25 watts, Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa, CQ, CQ. Yeah, I think I hear somebody. I'm not pulling them out. Let me switch to the Hustler and see if we can pull them out. Let's see. I heard somebody coming back. I'm switched to a Hustler now. I want to see if it hears better. Can you try again? This is K5 VOP. Please come back. This is K5 VOP. Was somebody coming back to me? Please come back again. I've switched antennas. Want to see if I can hear you better. Please come back. K5 VOP. It's just not happening. I'll go back and we'll try a little bit more and then we'll end the stream. See if we can get somebody to come back. I heard a little bit, but could be the band as well. K5 VOP calling CQ, CQ, Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa calling CQ here on 20 meters. Testing a mag loop antenna at 25 watts. CQ, CQ calling CQ, K5 VOP. Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa calling CQ, CQ, K5 VOP calling CQ and listening. Someone tuning or? Somebody sounds like they're coming back, but you're off frequency a little bit. 272, 272. This is K5 VOP. Do you copy me? Calling CQ. This is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa calling CQ, testing a mag loop antenna. Does anybody copy? Not great on 20 meters today. When I do a POTA, I'll take this out with my other antennas, give it a try as well with the POTA number, and maybe I'll get some more people coming back. This is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa calling CQ, 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 calling CQ, testing a mag loop antenna. At 25 watts, this is Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa calling CQ, CQ and listening. Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa calling CQ, 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 Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. K5 VOP calling CQ to test a mag loop antenna at 25 watts. K5 VOP listening. Well, not looking good, guys, on voice today. But anyway, fun stream. I'm going to go ahead and close the stream down, get some lunch, maybe make some lunch with my wife here. And I'll upload the SWR. You can see the bandwidth of how narrow the bandwidth is on a mag loop here. But it's the Hustler, or sorry, it's the Chameleon CHA F-Loop 3.0 DIY kit. 2 other videos I put out in a short showing how to put it together. Yeah, I can't imagine you're hearing me, Andy. I wonder if I could switch to the Hustler. Oh. Well, look at that. KG5 LRL. This is K5 VOP. How do you copy me? Your nice 5.9 signal into my mag loop here in Little Elm.
K5 VOP. I heard your response barely audible. There's a tremendous carrier tone in the background. I'm not sure if that's my rig or your transmission. KG5LRL.
Someone else is coming in there too. All right, David, let me switch to the Hustler, and I want to see if you hear anything different. But this is the mag loop right now. I'm on a mag loop. Let me switch to the Hustler, and we'll see if you hear me differently. K5 VOP. KG5 LRL. I'm on the Hustler vertical now. How do you copy?
Signal strength is better. I'm on vertical as well, but I still hear a tone. I have the notch filter on, but I still hear a carrier in the background.
Okay, I'm not sure what that is. Everything's set normal unless it's feedback from my stream, which I don't think that is. But okay, well, you're coming in really clear on the mag loop. I was doing a stream here to see how the mag loop works on FT8 then voice. So thankfully you're coming in because no one else was coming back to me.
My pleasure. You're coming in good. Not sure what that. It could be QRM on my side.
Okay, I'll have to look into that. That's interesting. Not sure why it would be a carrier tone, but you heard it on both antennas?
Yeah, I have my impact connected right now. That's what I'm transmitting on vertical orientation. So your switch to vertical certainly helps to the mobility.
Okay, let me go back to the mag loop before we sign off here. Let me switch now. All right, I'm on the mag loop again. The null is north to south, so its best transmission is east to west, and then it tapers off as it goes north to south. How does this sound?
I'm able to copy, barely hear the transmission.
Give me 1 second here. All right, David, what city are you in again?
I'm at Frisco. I'm near 423 and El Dorado.
Okay, let me turn the antenna and see if getting rid of the null helps. Okay, I'll be right back. Give me about 30 seconds.
Standing by.
Okay, guys, I'm going to turn the antenna so the null east and west, he's directly south of me. It might mess up the SWR. That's what I'm worried about. Maybe the tuner can compensate. All right, KG5 LRL. How does that sound? I also realized it's near the ground and my house is between us, but how do I come in now? K5 VOP. He may not have heard me.
It's somewhat better. I have a strong signal, a carrier at 300 hertz.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm not hearing anything, but yeah, the fact that it's on the ground and I've got my house and everything blocky might be part of it, but thanks for coming back. Hopefully you can copy some of this. Go ahead.
Another frequency may help. I believe this tone is
73, Andy.
Even if you're not transmitting. This KT5LRL.
All right, David. Well, thanks for coming back to me. I'm going to go ahead and close my stream down. Have a good day. Thanks again for coming back. K5EOP, I'll be clear. All right, guys. So that's that. It would be interesting to... He's getting a carrier tone. That's kind of strange. If I go 100 watts on voice on the Hustler. Okay. But thanks, guys, if you're still here for tuning in. Not a whole lot of success on voice. A couple QSOs on QRP with FT8, but we'll give it another try. I'll film it again another day, and we'll see how it goes. So that'll be it for now. And thanks for tuning in. Catch you Sunday night on the Sunday Night Rag Chew. That'll be the next this Sunday night, another ham radio topic. And the following week after that's the first week of July. So we will talk preparedness. 73, everybody. Take care. I guess it would help if I end the stream.